Good morning. So we will begin our practice. We will begin in a seat on our heels, on our shins. If there's tension in the knees or tightness in the ankles and you know that you cannot sustain this position for 5 minutes, you'll use the block to place underneath the sit bones, just creating a little more space. Yeah, so you can take it up higher if you need. You can just slide the palms down on top of the thighs. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, take an inhale. And then exhale, drop the shoulders back and down. Close the eyes. And soften the elbows. You can just take a few moments to arrive here in this room, in your space, in your body. And allowing the exhalation to be an invitation for the body to relax. Allow the belly to be soft, shoulders to drop, the tongue just to sit in the lower palate. Allow the weight to be felt beneath you, the weight of the body. And just for a moment, note where the body meets the earth. The tops of the feet, the top of the toes, the shins, maybe the knees. And collectively, we can take an inhale, breathing in through the nose, allowing the belly to fill, the chest to lift, the shoulders to draw up slightly. And then open the mouth, release the breath out. Just 2 more like that. Allow the breath to come in, allow the belly to fill, the ribs to expand, the chest to lift. And then release the breath out the mouth. 1 more. Inhaling. Releasing as you exhale. Bring a little more presence into the body, into the breath by bringing that right hand up. You'll join the index finger and the thumb and the middle finger together, and you'll bring it to the space between the brow and the third eye. You'll take that right thumb to the nostril, and you'll breathe in through the left nostril. At the top of that breath, you'll block the left nostril with the ring finger and breathe out through the right. Breathing in through the right nostril. Blocking the right nostril and breathing out through the left. Breathing in left. Breathing out right. Breathing in right. And breathing out left. Continue breathing in. Breathing out, alternating through the nostrils, being guided by the breath. As you breathe in, follow the breath up to the third eye to where the index finger and middle finger meets, and breathe out through left. Inhale. And exhale. And so I invite you to find your own rhythm. So if you'd like to extend the breath a little or soften, you can. Continue to watch the flow of breath as it comes in. You meet that gaze at the third eye, and then you breathe out. Become very present with the breath, the length, the sensation, the breath. Maybe you sense that coolness of the breath as it comes in through the nose, and the warmth of the breath as it comes out and brushes along the upper lip. And when the mind begins to drift off to sensation in the shoulder or the back, just return to the breath. Really allow the body to soften and to settle into that exhalation. The sensation is just temporary. And with that awareness on the breath, you'll note the sensation shift. And it may arise in another spot, very close to where you were feeling it. Let it arise, observe it, and let it shift. And again, the practice is to return when the mind shifts to thought. You may have lost where you were at with the breath. Just return home to that natural flow. Practice is here when we want to drop the hand, when the sensation becomes a lot. Breathe through it. Make the subtle adjustment that you need to, and return. The next time you breathe out through the left nostril, you can release that right hand down to the top of the thigh. Allow yourself to be still. Allow the body to feel. Allow the sensation to arise and shift, that heaviness in the arm, the shoulder. Keeping the eyes closed, you can slide the hands down towards the floor and just come into a child's pose. If you'd like to open the knees, you can. If you keep them together, you'll support the lower back. Maybe you rest the head or the cheek. If it feels right, you can even sweep the hands back towards the heels and drop the shoulders. And so maybe the awareness shifts to the tingling in the feet. Good morning, Emily. Last few breaths. Feel the breath in the belly. And then you can slowly just begin to bring those arms forward if they're back. Begin to rise up onto the hands, onto the knees. And it may feel good to extend the legs, so you can press through the balls of the feet, extend one leg, and then the other. So the breath is an incredible practice for us to bring us inward, to still thought, to create space in the mind and in the body. So you can bring the knees back underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and you can start to extend that right leg. You can squeeze through the toes, pointing them, and then flex the foot. And then you can roll the ankle a couple times around in circles, both directions. And then you can point through the toes, reach the leg back, keep that right hip in line with the left. And then you can start to take these little pulses, just warming up the back of the body, keeping the core engaged to protect the lower back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. On an exhale, you'll draw knee in towards the nose, round, press down through the hands, round upper back. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, round, draw in, press down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round, press down. Take one more like that. Inhale. Exhale, round, draw in. Your next inhale, you'll extend that leg back. You drop the ball of the foot and you'll press back here. So work on drawing that heel towards the floor. You can adjust the hands out in front, spread the fingers. And then you can start to lift the hips up. You can sit at the top of that left foot on the mat. Work on drawing the chest a little closer to the thighs, hips up a little higher. And then you can take that left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Shorten the stance just a little so you can drop that heel a little closer towards the earth. Yeah. Have softness in the elbows, so a gentle wrap of the triceps back. And then you'll draw that left knee in towards the nose, round. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, left knee in towards the nose, round. Last one, inhale, extend it back. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, round, hold. Keep the chin tucked in towards the knee. And then step that left foot forward, top of the mat. Drop that right knee down towards the floor. Sweep the arms up, inhale. On our exhale, we'll sweep the arms back. Warming up the shoulders, inhale. Lifting chest, keep core engaged, exhale. In. And out. Last one in. This time we'll bring the hands forward and then we'll fold forward over that left leg. Use the blocks if you need, toes up towards the nose. You can move the hips a little side to side. Just create a little space. If it feels right to bend the knee a little and then draw the hips back and straighten, you can as well. Just a couple breaths. And then your next inhale, you'll draw forward, press into that left foot, right hand, left arm reaches up, revolve side. Keep the knee down, just opening into a twist, left side body. Gaze up to that left thumb. Take one more inhale as you draw that shoulder back. And then exhale, left hand down towards the floor. Frame the foot, step back, plank pose. Engage inner thighs, squeeze the glutes. Pelvic floor up, navel center up. Round through the upper back, suppressing the heart up towards the sky. Shift the weight forward into the hands if that feels okay. At any point, you can drop the knees. And then you'll slowly lower to the floor. Elbows stay in, chest lowers, hips drop, untuck the toes. Then on an inhale, cobra pose, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, lower down. Compress into the hands a little bit more, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Next inhale, press up, press into the knees and press back to child's pose. Hips back towards the heels. You can move the hips a little side to side. You can extend and reach through the arms, press through the palms. And then we'll start to draw up to a tabletop. Coming back, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Extend that left leg. You can point through the toes, roll the ankle, flex the foot. As you press down through the hands, lift the heart, engage the core. And then we'll point through the toes, we'll lift that leg up a little higher. Keep the left hip in line with the right, and we'll take these pulses. Keep the core engaged, protect the lower back. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. And then exhale, round through the upper back, draw knee in towards the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw knee in, round, press down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Last one, exhale, round, press down. And then inhale, extend. And we'll drop the ball of that left foot to the earth, press back. And then you can start to lift the hips. Draw the chest towards the thigh, dropping that left heel a little closer to the earth. Deep stretch in the hamstring. You may feel this in the Achilles, calf muscle. And then you can take that right leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale. Let's just stay here for a moment. Walk the hands a little closer towards the foot. And then exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round. Keep the chin tucked in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw knee in, round. Inhale, extend. Knee in towards the nose, round. Keep that chin tucked in. Bring the knee a little bit closer, shoulders forward, and then step forward, top of the mat. Drop that left knee down towards the floor. Sweep the arms up. Inhale, gaze up. And then exhale, reach those hands back and down. Inhale. Feels a little foreign, right? Bringing those arms back. Exhale. In. Inhale. This time on the exhale, we'll bring the hands down to the floor, frame the foot, use the blocks if you need, draw the hips back. And again, you can move a little side to side, just create space with your awareness to where you feel tight. You can flex the foot, toes up. Yeah. Hold a little bit deeper into your exhale. And then we can start to lift up, press into that right foot, right knee bends, left hand down, right arm reaches up, revolve side. Think about drawing belly up off the thigh. Twisting right side body open, gaze up to the thumb. And then you can sweep that right hand down to the earth. Take that right foot back to plank pose. Squeeze in the thighs. Pelvic floor. Press through the hands. Nice mark. Draw shoulders forward. Again, option to drop the knees when we're in plank pose or when we're moving through our vinyasa. Shoulders a little further forward, reach through the crown of the head. And on the exhale, you'll lower through your vinyasa. Drop the knees if you need. Urdhva Mukha or cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale, shift back downward facing dog. Walk the hands a little closer to the feet, shorten to downward facing dog. See where you can drop the heels a little. Maybe you bend the knees. Yeah. And then you can continue to walk the hands back towards the feet to a ragdoll. Take the hands to the elbows. You can sway a little side to side. Draw the chest a little closer to the thighs by bending the knees and taking the hips up a little bit higher. And then you can release the hands down to the floor and just hang here for a moment, closing the eyes, allowing that weight to shift forward. And then as you press through the soles of the feet, keep the knees bent, you start to rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. You can roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then back, drawing the chest forward, hips forward, active thighs, arms forward towards the front of the room. Close down the eyes, take a moment to sense your center, that weight evenly placed between the feet, that weight evenly pressing down and drawing up. And then we'll bring both hands up and keep the gaze out in front or the head neutral. And then we'll start to take circles with that right arm forward. Keep reaching through the left hand. Keep pressing down through the soles of the feet so the hips aren't moving, just the arms. And then we can take that right arm back. Keep reaching. And then right arm up. We'll take the left hand forward. Hips towards the front of the room. And then take it back. And then we'll reach it up, both arms up. We'll take that right arm forward, left arm back. So just focus on that right hand. Okay, reaching through that right hand, left hand, hips towards center. And then we'll continue to drop that right hand, left hand comes around and up. So just focus on that one arm, right hand forward, down and up. Just let the other arm flow. Keeping hips centered, that focus out in front. Last two. Good. We're all doing so well. And then one, you'll take that right arm forward, left arm back, keep the hips centered, and then we'll gaze back to that left thumb. Good. Wiggle the fingers a little, sense that tingling. Keep drawing the hips back through center. Yes, nice mark. Masya, hip back through center. Good, and then we'll reach both arms up to the sky. We'll take left arm forward, right arm back. Stay here for a moment. Focus on that left arm, drop it down. The right arm comes around. And keep that focus out in front, the hips still. Maybe a little more challenging this side. Maybe you're swimming backwards. You actually should be doing a backstroke, half freestyle. The freestyle might look a little like a dance move. Comment. Good, take one more. And then we take that left arm forward, right arm back. Good, reach through the fingers and then gaze back to that right thumb. Wiggle the fingers a little, yes. Stand tall, yes, nice. Arm back a little bit more, Shelley. And then bring those arms back up to the sky. Keep them up. You can rise up onto the tiptoes. Drop that gaze down in front. We'll press through that left foot, bring that right knee up into the chest, and with control, step it forward. Left knee up. Walking forward, top of the mat. If you'd like more of a challenge, take the gaze up towards the sky. If you can continue to control that step. From the top of the mat, we'll come back. Keep the arms up. I know. Draw them back. Knees up. Stepping back. You're almost there. So again, the reminder that this is just temporary. Like everything that we feel, right? We'll take that right leg out in front, stepping to the top of the mat. We're almost there, I promise. Top of the mat. And from the top of the mat, we'll take the stance out wide, stay onto the balls of the feet. And on an exhale, you stick the tongue out and we'll throw those arms down. Inhale, reach up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. In. Last one. Inhale, stand tall, bring the palms together, and then lower them down to the heart space as you drop the heels. You can drop the hands back towards the floor. You can step back into Tadasana at the top of the mat, mountain pose. Ooh, allow that sensation, that tingling just to fall away. Allow the breath to come back to a very natural rhythm. We'll start to move with our breath. We'll bring the hands up together, gaze up. And exhale, folding forward over the top of the legs. Lift, lengthen the spine halfway. Exhale, plank pose. Active legs, active core. Draw forward, inhale over the wrists. And then exhale, lower through your vinyasa. Drop the knees if you need. Cobra or Urdhva Mukha. Urdhva Mukha, downward facing. Shorten the stance a little. Take that right leg high. Press through that left heel. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round. Step it forward, top of the mat. Drop that left knee down to the floor. Sweep those arms up in just 2 circles around. Inhale. Exhale. Next, inhale, reach up. And we'll bring that left hand down to the floor. Sweep right arm up, lift that back knee, revolve side. Extend through the heel. Engage that left glute. Keep the knee drawing in through center and then just open so the belly's lifting up off the thigh. Spread the fingers. And then exhale, right hand comes to the floor. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the legs. Take the hands behind the calf muscles. Inhale, stand tall, reach up. Exhale, palms of the hands, heart space. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plank pose, step or float, draw forward, inhale over the shoulders and then lower, exhale. Inhale, cobra or Urdhva Mukha. Nice, exhale, Urdhva Mukha, downward facing. Shorten the stance once again. Left leg high, press through the sole of that right foot. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round. Step it forward, top of the mat, drop that back knee. Sweep the hands up, inhale. And then exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, right hand comes down, left hand up, right knee up. Revolved side. Extend through that back heel, engage the glute. This is really important. Back leg is engaged. Drop the hips, keep that knee in, and then open through the side body. Lift that knee, come in. Good. And then your next exhale, you'll bring that left hand down to the floor. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stand tall. Inhale, reach up, find length. Exhale, palms of the hands, heart space. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise with intention halfway. Exhale, plank pose, step or float, lower slow. Elbows in. Chest lifts, shoulders back. Nice, Masha. Exhale, downward facing. Shorten the stance once again. This gives us an opportunity to bring that knee in a little closer and to work the core a little bit more. Right leg goes high, inhale. Exhale, draw knee in, round, hold. Step it forward, top of the mat, back knee down. Inhale, reach those arms up. This time, we'll bring the hands to interlace behind the head. We're going to press that head into the hands and lift through the chest. Good. If you need at all to back off from that left hip flexor, press through that right foot and draw hips back. Keep the glute active. If you'd like a little bit more, head into the hands, open up. Keep lifting chest, breathing into belly. 2. And then 1. Separate those hands, bring them down to frame the foot. Left foot steps forward, top of the mat. Fold. Bend the knees, stand tall. Inhale. Exhale, palms of the hands, heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plank pose, or you can meet us in downward dog. It's always an option. We lower on the exhale. Lift and rise on the inhale. Downward facing dog. Again, shorten the stance. Left leg goes high, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round, hold, and then step it forward lightly. Drop back knee down, reach those arms up. Good. And then we'll take the interlace of the hands behind the head. Press the head into the hands, lift the chest, engage the core. And again, if this is too much for that hip flexor, press through left foot, draw a hip back, then maybe open up through the heart space. For 3, 2, and 1. Separate the hands, bring them down to frame the foot. Right foot steps forward, bend those knees. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Stand tall, inhale, palms to meet. Exhale, palms of the hands, heart space. Take a moment. Breathe a little deeper. Maybe you release the exhale out through the mouth. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plank pose, exhale, lower slow, Vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, press back, downward facing Saskia. If you drop your knees and then lower into your cobra pose. So from here, we just drop the knees and then lower. Yeah, this will help your lower back. Yeah, you're welcome. Right leg goes high, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round, step it forward, top of the mat. Drop that back knee, inhale, sweep the hands up. Good, and we'll take that right hand back, left hand forward. Look back to that right thumb. Keep drawing left hip flexor forward. Engage this left glute. Good, and then draw that right shoulder back a little. We're going to drop that right hand to the back of that left thigh or the sacrum and lift up. You can keep that gaze back or you can shift it up towards the thumb. Take an inhale, lifting the chest. And then exhale, left hand down, right arm up, sweep that, or lift that left knee up. Extend through the heel. Draw that knee in and then that hip low. Other leg, Saskia. That's okay. And then we'll take that right hand down towards the floor. We'll take that right foot back to side plank pose. Right arm up, right hip up. Maybe reach that right hand towards me. Maybe hover that right foot above the left. 2. And then 1, plank pose, downward facing dog or flow. You're coming through chaturanga, just make sure we just come to that 90-degree angle. So the shoulders never go below the elbows. Left leg goes high, inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round and step it forward. Drop that right knee, sweep the arms up. We take that left hand back, right arm forward. Gaze back to that left thumb. Reach back. Engage that glute, that right glute. And then we can take that left hand down to the back of the thigh, right arm reaches up. Either gaze up or gaze back to the corner of the mat. 2. And 1, right hand to the floor, left hand up, lift that right knee, revolve to that angle, extend through the heel. And then you can sweep that left hand down towards the floor, frame the foot, left foot steps back to come on top of the right foot. Drop the knee if you need, left arm up. As you press through that right hand, lift through the left, maybe reach the left hand forward, top of the mat. 2. 1, plank pose, downward facing dog or optional vinyasa. Moving with your breath. Take an inhale through the nose. Release the breath out through the mouth. We'll take that right leg high, sweep it up. Walk the hands back a little, drop that right heel, left heel. Keep that leg lifted, keep the hips squared for a moment. It's extending. You can flex or point through the foot, active thigh. You can walk the hands back a little closer to that foot, coming into a standing split. Hands back towards the foot. You can take that left hand around the calf muscle or ankle if you'd like. If you keep that hip squared, you're still going to feel a lot in that left hamstring, that right hamstring. So this is perfect. And then you can start to walk the hands back out to a 3-legged dog. Keep that right leg lifted. Draw knee in towards the nose, round as you exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, round. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, round. Shift shoulders forward, step forward. Keep that back knee lifted. Inhale, reach those arms up. We can bring the hands to the elbows. Draw that left hip forward. There's a slight bend in that back knee. And then we sit down a little bit deeper. Drawing chest through, shoulders back. Lifting through heart space. And then drawing ribs down. Sit down a little bit deeper. And then we can release those elbows, sweep the arms up, inhale. Take that right hand back, exhale, gaze to the thumb. Drawing right shoulder back, sit a little bit deeper. And then that right hand to the back of the left thigh or the sacrum, reach that left arm up, open through heart space. And then exhale, cartwheel that left hand down, right arm reaches up. Good. Press through the left hand, you'll lift that right foot and take it back behind you to wild thing. Lift the hips up, open shoulder, reach through the fingers. Squeeze the glutes together. 2. And then 1, draw that right hand down to the floor, right foot steps forward to the outside of that right hand, lizard lunge. You can move a little forward and back or side to side. Maybe you soften the elbows just a little. We're just here for a few breaths. And then we can press through the hands. We'll take that left foot to the outside of the left hand, Malasana squat. Lower the hips, drop the heels, take the stance a little wider if you need. Bring the palms of the hands together. Draw the knees apart by pressing the elbows in. 3. I need a little more length as you draw that chest forward, shoulders back. 2. And 1, press through the soles of the feet, rise up onto the balls of the feet. Good. Exhale, we'll stick that tongue out and release the breath. Inhale. Exhale. In. 2. 1. Inhale, stand. Heel toe the feet back into hip width apart, hands down to the heart space. Close the eyes and just notice that shift of energy. Note the beat of the heart, the shortness of the breath. And then we'll sweep the hands along the floor, Utkatasana, inhale. Weight back into the heels, you can lift the toes, draw navel center in, squeeze pelvic floor. So it's like you're kissing the butt cheeks together. Sit a little bit deeper, squeeze. And relax the shoulders a little, the gaze, the head. You can drop the toes if they're still lifted, and then we'll fold forward over the legs. Give yourself a big squeeze. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Inhale. Bring the hands to the floor. So from here, you can rise up onto the tiptoes. You can lift or draw those knees in towards the triceps if you would like for Bakasana, crow pose. Or you can just play around with lifting on the balls of the feet, shifting that weight forward. Good. Nice, Ali. Draw the toe, big toes together, heels up to the buttocks. 2. So good. 1, step or float back, Vinyasa. Good, shorten the stance in downward facing dog. Left leg goes high. Keep that hip in line. Extend through the heel or the toes. Keep the leg active. Press chest a little closer to the thighs. And then shorten the stance a little bit more, walking the hands back towards that foot for a standing split. You can take that right hand behind the calf muscle maybe. Keep that hip centered, so we're not opening, just folding. Draw it in just a little bit closer. Nice, Thomas. Stay here. And then you can start to release that hand, come back out to a three-legged dog. Keep that leg extended, lifted. Inhale. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, knee in, round. Three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, draw it in, round. Hold. Move the shoulders forward, step it forward. Crescent lunge, sweep those arms up. Yeah, we can take the hands to the elbows, draw that right hip forward. And active legs, sit the hips down a little bit deeper. Draw the ribs down. Breath into the belly, sit a little bit deeper. You guys all have this evil gaze. Maybe I make you hold for another 5. Yeah. And then we'll sweep those hands down and around, reach up. Take left hand back, right hand forward. Gaze to that thumb. Align the chest to the center of the mat. So we're going to draw back a little. There we go. Sit a little bit deeper. And then that palm to the back of the thigh or the sacrum, gaze up. Inhale, look up, open the chest. Good. And then exhale, cartwheel that hand down, revolve side. Extend through the heel. And then wild thing. So as you press through that right hand, left foot comes up behind you. Lift the hips, chest. Reach through those fingers. Squeeze the glutes together. So nice. 2. And 1. Left hand comes down. Left knee into the elbow. Drop that foot to the outside. Lizard lunge. You can move a little forward and back, side to side. Maybe soften the elbows a little for the last couple of breaths. And then you'll press into the hands. That right foot will come forward, top of the mat. And then lower the hips down to Malasana squat. You can press those elbows into the knees. Draw the chest forward. Yeah. From here, we're going to take that left hand down to the mat in line with that left foot. So just as the toes are pointing, you'll drop that left hand, right arm will reach up. You can stay here using that tricep to press the knee away, or you can take a bind behind the back. Left hand takes the right, draw shoulder back. For 3, if you can drop the heels, take the stance a little bit wider if you need. 2. And 1, release the bind, right hand back up, and then down to the other side. Left arm reaches up. Stay here, or if you'd like that little bit extra, left hand behind the back to take the fingers of the right, shoulder back, weight even into the heels, into the feet. Arm to the inside, Thomas. Great, Jasmine, drop that heel. And then release the bind if you have it. Bring both hands down to the floor. We'll bring that palms down, and then we'll turn the feet out. So you can take the feet off of the mat and align the blades to the sides of the mat. You'll take that right hand underneath to take the left and reach that left hand forward. So we're in a modified downward facing dog, but twisting. Maybe you gaze underneath that left arm. If you press those hips back. And then release that right hand, reach it out in front, left hand to the ankle or calf muscle, drawing hips back and then gazing underneath that arm. Great. And then you release. You can bring those hands back underneath the shoulders, heel toe the feet in. We'll come back into a Bakasana crow pose, or again, if you'd like, as you press through the soles of the through the hands, you'll lift the heels round through the upper back, or maybe take knees to triceps. Bakasana. Press through the hands, start to lengthen the arms a little, Eduardo. Nice, Alet. Good, Aggie. And when you're ready, step or float back to Vinyasa, plank pose, chaturanga, or meet in downward facing dog. So we're going to add on a little. Shorten the stance. Stay in downward facing dog. Just slide the hands back a little closer to the feet. We'll take that right leg high, sweep it up, three-legged dog. You can open the hip up, bend the knee. As you draw that chest towards the thigh, drop that right shoulder, and maybe you begin to take that left hand off to the side of the mat. You can tent onto the fingers, or maybe you take that hand up towards the hip. Maybe it can come to top of the foot. Take that drishti, that focus. Allow the breath to come in, flow out. 2, kick into the hand, nice Shelly. And then 1, release the foot if you have it, bring left hand back, three-legged dog, extend that right leg. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round and step it forward. Crescent lunge, reach the arms up. Open up, right hand back, left hand forward. Drop the hand to the back of the thigh, left arm reaches, gaze, lift, open. And then exhale, left hand down, right arm up. We can take that right foot back, wild thing. Press through the ball of the foot, the blade of the left, hips up, shoulder open. Good. Right hand can come down. This time the knee comes to the inside. Step it forward, cartwheel the arms up, warrior 2. Good. Soft bend, active legs. So think about lifting the arc of that left foot as you press into the blade. Come down a little bit deeper, knee stacks on the ankle, and then look forward over that front hand. We'll bring the palms of the hands together. We'll shift back to Skandasana, back of the mat. Lift those toes up. Ground through that left heel if you can. And then we shift back to the top of the mat, press into that right foot, turn onto that left ball of the foot or top of the foot. You can rest it here. Reach those hands back, reach through the crown of the head. And then we're going to rise up into warrior 3. If you need to use the hands to the floor, you can, or keep the arms back. Option to advance, reach those hands forward. Flex or point, but keep that left hip next to the right. Good. For 3, lengthen. 2. And then 1, bring the hands to the earth, standing split. Again, keep that hip squared. So drop that outer edge of the left hip, draw the chin in towards the shin. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale. You can reach those arms out in front underneath the shoulders. You can option 1 to drop this left foot and fold over that right leg, or you can start to kick up. Maybe heel to the buttocks. Maybe come in to stack hips over shoulders. To transition back to downward facing dog or to flow through your vinyasa. From downward facing dog, you can rise high up onto the tiptoes, draw forward into high plank. And then for 10, we start to bend the elbows, lower slow, 9, 8, core stays engaged, 7, drop the knees if you need, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. You can bring those hands back to interlace behind you, left thumb on top of right. Squeeze the palms together, keep the tops of the feet pressing down. Inhale, lift the chest, draw shoulders back. Bring the breath into the belly. A slight tuck of the chin, so we reach to the crown. Inhale, lift up a little higher. For 3, 2, and 1, lift up, release. Wiggle those hips a little side to side, release the lace of the fingers. And then we'll bring the hands back together, right thumb on top this time, opposite lace. Squeeze the palms together, lift the tops of the feet, lift the chest. Inhale, we breathe here for 5, close the eyes. Allow the breath to bring you up, and the exhale to draw you down just a little. 3, 2, and 1. Then release. Wiggle the hips once again. Release the lower back. And then you'll bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. You can tuck the toes, lift the knees from the floor, active thighs. As you press through the hands, come to plank pose. Downward facing dog. Shorten the stance a little, walk the hands a little closer to the feet. Left leg goes high, sweep it up. Good, bend to the knee, open the hip up. Let's drop that left shoulder so we draw that right chest towards the right thigh. And then maybe you draw that right hand off to the side. Tent the fingers. Use that hand as support. Maybe take it to the top of that left foot. Drishti and breath is so important. If the gaze is moving, you will move. If the breath is held, you will not maintain this position. Last 3. Keep pressing back. 2, 1. If you had the foot, release the foot, right hand back, 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, draw knee in, round, step it forward, top of the mat, crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up, open up, left hand back, right hand forward. Left hand to the back of that thigh, right arm reaches up. Inhale, lift chest open. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up, revolve side. Press through that right hand, left foot comes back, wild thing. Hips lift, chest open, reach. Left hand comes down, knee in towards the nose, round, step it forward. Cartwheel the hands up, warrior 2. Knee stacks over the ankle, right hip open. Ribs down a little, tuck the tail. Look forward. Sit a little bit deeper. And a little bit deeper. Good. Relax. And you can bring the palms of the hands together. We'll shift to the back of the mat, Skandasana. Press through that right foot, lift the chest. Use that elbow to press the knee away so your arms are to the inside. Lift that left toe if you can, left foot. Good. And then we'll move to the top of the mat, we'll turn. Adjust that back foot, maybe come onto the top of the foot, airplane the arms. Lift the belly up off the thigh. You can stay here for a moment as you reach to the crown of the head. And then you can start to transition to warrior 3. Use the blocks if you need, hands to namaste, or reach the arms out in front. Drop the outer edge of that right hip just a tiny bit. Nice, Aggie. Tuck the chin just a little. Yes. Good, Sue. Lift up a little. And then we'll bring those hands to the floor, standing split. Keep that right foot, hip, centered, folding over that left leg. And then if you would like, you can choose to move through a little hop into handstand, or drop that back foot 3 to 4 foot and fold over this left leg, deepening into the hamstring. Drop this hip a little. Yeah, you want to take this foot just a little bit wider. There we go. And now your hips. There we go. We meet in downward facing dog. So good. Really nice, Shelly. So from downward facing dog, we'll again draw forward up onto the balls of the feet into a high plank. Continue to move those shoulders forward, maybe flip onto the tops of the feet here. And then lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both heels in, reach the hands back to the tops of the feet. And then kick into the hands, lift the knees, lift the chest, shoulders back. You can rock a little forward and back onto the hip bones, into the belly as you breathe in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Just one of those today. Tuck the toes, lift the thighs. Active press into plank pose, downward facing. Rotate the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Draw knee in towards the nose, round and step it forward, top of the mat. Reach the arms forward here. Start to shift forward into that left foot. And into the right, warrior 3, just to transition. Reach the arms up, lift that knee up into the chest, and then extend that foot. Find length as you press through that right sole of the foot. Flex through the left. It may feel like a little cramp in that thigh. Lift it up. And then we'll draw that knee into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And so I'm going to give you an option for our standing pose. You can either come into dancer's pose, Natarajasana, or you can take that right hand to the knee, left hand back to a twist, or take the blade of the foot. Yeah, or you're here. So if you are taking Natarajasana, you're kicking into the hand. If you're taking that twist, draw the left shoulder back. Extend. Nice, Ellie. Good, Jasmine. And then you can come back through center, drop the foot. Sweep those arms up, inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, come back to a plank pose. And again, draw forward onto the hands, maybe tuck the toes, only if it feels right. And then lower slow. We'll bend that right knee in, and we're going to press up into the hands over to that left hip. And from here, option 1 is to reach for that right foot, maybe take a bind behind. Or if you would like to come back into a back bend and start to transition into a wheel, maybe you adjust the feet, flip the palms, or come onto the back and come into that position. Good, Eduardo, nice. Or folding forward, taking that left foot. You can keep the knee up, or you can splay it open. Good, Sue. Fold a little bit deeper, breathe. 2. Nice, Marsha, keep foot flexed, and 1. Begin to unravel. You can turn back to the front of the mat and then lower down. Bend left knee, press up, roll to the right hip, left side, sorry. And then again, you either fold over this right leg, keeping foot flexed, maybe you take a bind, or maybe you splay that left knee into Janu Sirsasana. Or take that back bend, lifting hips, maybe transitioning the hand. Nice, Ellie, great, Mark. Takes us to full out to get any better. Nice, Eilette. Last couple of breaths. Fold a little further forward, Marcia. Breathe. And then you can start to release. Roll back through center, back to the top of the mat. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck those toes. Press up, plank pose, downward facing. Left leg goes high, inhale. Knee in towards the nose, exhale. Step it forward. Reach arms forward. Keep the chest lifted, arms forward or back. And flip onto that the top of the right foot, and then transition warrior three, your version. Reach the arms up, knee into the chest, and then maybe extend through that leg. If you are lifting or extending that leg, flex the foot. Yes, active thigh. Press down, find a little more length. And then you'll draw that knee into the chest. You can give yourself a squeeze. And again, you can choose to move into your Natarajasana, dancer's pose, or you can take that left hand to the right knee, right hand back, twist, or slide the hand down to the blade of the foot and start to kick into that hand. Reach that left hand, Sue, forward, lift the chest, keep core engaged. Right shoulder back, nice. 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center. Good. Hands into the heart, and then drop that right foot down. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, release the breath out. Done. Reach those hands down along the earth, Utkatasana. And we'll draw those arms out and around. Exhale. Let's take 5 like that. Inhale, lift. Draw back, exhale, sit a little bit deeper. 3, 2, last one. Sweep it forward. And then sit down low. Hips towards the heels. Drop the heels if you can. Keep reaching forward. You can tuck the chin. This helps here. 3, 2, and then 1. Lower. You can take the soles of the feet together. Interlace the hands. Then draw the chest through, shoulders back. And you can start to draw those knees, those calf muscles, thighs away with the elbows. Three, 2, and 1. Start to rise up. You take that left foot underneath and that right foot on top. So come into a twist. If you have limited flexibility with the hamstrings, you may want to take that bottom foot out, or use the block. Otherwise, taking that left heel in, right foot down on the mat, right hand back. Drop this right sit bone down, left arm reaches up, inhale. And then exhale, we can take a twist, left elbow to hook the knee, palm to the thigh, gaze back over that shoulder, or take a bind. If it's in your practice, maybe you take that hand through and reach for the fingers back behind you. So what's going to help is by continuing to gaze over that right shoulder. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine on an inhale. Look back a little further, exhale. In and out. You can start to release the bind if you have it. Start to come back through center. We'll twist to the other side, tense through the fingers. So from here, drop the chest, allow these shoulder blades to draw together, and then rise up. We can keep that right leg on top. We'll just come into Gomukhasana legs. So the blades of the feet down, the hips are not on top of the heels. So if you can slide that knee on top a little, even if you extend that bottom leg, Thomas. We'll bring those arms out wide and we'll just give ourselves a big embrace. Doesn't matter what arms on top. From here, we can start to draw forward and drop the elbows towards the knee. See where you can keep that right hip down. Allow the chin to tuck in, the weight to come a little further forward. And then you can slowly start to come up. Keep the lace of the legs. We'll take left hand down, right arm reaches up. So as you drop or bend into that left elbow, draw that right shoulder back. And then we're going to bring that right arm up. You bring it down next to the left. You press through the blades of the feet. So I'm going to mirror you here. We press through the blades, we just turn and come to the top, back to the top. So that left knee is now on top. Well done. If you didn't quite make it, that's normal, very normal. Left sole of the foot to the floor, right heel in, left hand back behind you. Inhale, reach to that right hand. And then exhale, hook that elbow to the back of the knee, palm to the thigh, gaze back, or thread the arm through the leg. And reach that left hand back to take the fingers. Lengthen the spine as you inhale, draw belly up off the thigh. Draw back, twist back a little further, exhale. 3, 2, and 1. A very gentle release. Come back through center. Tent the hands out to the right side. Press into the hands, drop the chest. Allow the shoulder blades to come together. Inhale, press out. That left knee comes on top of the right. So Mukhasana legs. Okay. And then we'll bring those arms up. We're not going to take a hug this time. We'll just bring the hands to the elbows. Draw the chest through. You press through the sit bones, lengthen the spine. And then you can release those elbows and we'll fold forward, hands to the earth. Tuck the chin in towards the knee. You can use the hands to press the hips back. Observe the sensation that is present. And then slowly you can start to lift up. We'll walk the hands over to the right. So we have another opportunity to turn. Press through the blades of the feet. Turn back to the top of the mat. So right leg will be on top. Good. And then bring those hands back. We'll take the left leg on top because we didn't do that side bend. I knew we were missing something. Right hand out to the side, left arm reaches up. Bend into the elbow, press into the hand, draw shoulder back. And then slowly we can rise up. You can unravel the legs, bring the soles of the feet to hip width apart. Press through the hands, fingers to face the buttocks. We'll lift the hips up in line with the knees, roll the shoulders back, and then take that gaze back. You can move forward and back onto the hands. It's massaging the wrists, shoulders. And then we can lower the hips down towards the floor. Navasana, boat pose. We're almost there. Can lift those legs up. Okay. Maybe start to extend them, lengthen through the spine. Reach to the fingers. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway. 5. Keep shoulders lifted, chin tucked in. 4. If you've got lower back issues, keep the knees bent. 3, 2, 1. Reach arms up overhead. 5. Keep chin tucked in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, relax. Exhale out through the mouth. If there's anything that you would like to move through before finishing your practice, please feel free to do that now. As an option, some of you have 2 blocks, some of you have 1. If you have the 2 blocks, I can also come around and distribute some more. You can bring the blocks together and then you can lay down on the blocks. So that first block's at the base of the ribs into a heart opening position for Shavasana. If you would like that second block, just let me know and I can come around and give you that second block if you want to use it, of course. So you have the next 5 minutes to receive, to relax, to maybe even set intention for this week, for this day. And intention can be the reminder of who you are, what it is that you wish to embody and experience. And just allow the body to fall away, to soften, to feel supported and held. Bring yourself back into this room, to the body. Just take a moment to scan through the body, check in with how you feel physically, energetically, emotionally. Welcome all of yourself into this day with love and kindness. Meet yourself where you're at. You can start to make a little movement, awakening the body. Move the head a little side to side, the tongue around the mouth. Reach the arms up overhead. You can point through the toes. And take a deep breath in. Allow the back of the ribs to lift up off the mat, the chest to lift. You can slowly start to walk the soles of the feet in onto the mat. If you're on the blocks, you'll just roll over to the right side. If you're not on the blocks, you can give yourself a squeeze. And then roll to the right side. You can start to press up, rising up to find comfort in a seat. You can bring the palms of the hands together at the center of the heart, Anjali Mudra. And just take a moment to bring in gratitude, the practice, the daily lessons, for the ups and the downs. And so much love and gratitude. Thanking you all for joining me today. Namaste.